Jake Paul has announced his next fight, and it's Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. Absolutely brilliant. Now,
you called for this years ago.
I wanted this years ago. This was the fight. And I do think that losing to Tommy takes away a little of the steam. But the fact that Nate isn't a boxer makes us still curious. And I think that the people who hate Jake still want to see an MMA guy beat him.
Yeah.
Right? Because the beef was always, he was driving this wedge between the MMA community and the boxing community.
Yeah.
And he was trying to beat up on Dana and beating up on the UFC. And you got to pay him whatever. And, you know, maybe Jake really cares about it. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck. Who knows? But brilliant way of like drumming up interest. So I think people would like to see an MMA guy beat up Jake, especially a guy as popular and beloved as Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Yeah. Who's
Also,
notorious for being a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, and Nate will help on the promo. You don't have to do the heavy lifting. Like Tommy Fury, he had to do all the fucking lifting.
Yeah.
Nate is just Nate. And you're going to
be amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, their promo is going to be so good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It was interesting. I was trying to guess what it was because Jake's manager hit me yesterday and he was like, hey, you know, want to talk to you about our next fight. And I was like, I didn't even want to ask who it was because I was like, you're not going to tell me. And whatever.
Yeah.
But then they're like, and we want to get Amanda Serrano. We'd love to get Amanda Serrano on the pod if you guys have time. Amanda Serrano was that girl that fought on the undercard.
Yeah, it's
with
his
Jake
fighter,
Paul.
right?
That was a great fight.
She's great. She's fucking awesome. And I was just thinking, who the fuck is it? Is it another Tommy fight? I don't think people have any interest in that.
Yeah.
But getting Nate,
Big get.
they fucking find a way, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people wrote him off. They were like, it's over for him. It's done.
How would you think that? Because
Yeah.
he's an entertainer, not a boxer.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer who is boxing right now.
Yeah.
So the entertainment is boxing is like the vehicle for him to entertain. So
Keep on going
like
on
if
that.
Floyd Mayweather lost.
That's a good point. That's an important distinction to make. We are watching the thing that is most entertaining. If he agreed to sign on a fight to fight Prince Harry's wife.
Oh yeah, Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
We gonna watch.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not about like his rise to superstardom. It's not about his rise to the belts or pound for pound. It's about what is the most entertaining. I watched Jake beat this shit out of Meghan Markle, bro. Wouldn't you do that?
You think he's going to beat the shit out of her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she got it.
Nah, Meghan Markle?
Bro,
Why do you think she
On
got
what
it?
grounds?
I don't know, man. I think she's dealt with the royal family for a long time. She's like put up with them.
She couldn't put up with them. She tapped out.
Yeah, she submitted
taps.
very quickly.
She
Good movement,
submits.
though. Good movement.
Oh, they want to know what color the kid is.
She withdrew from the league, took her whole team with her.
Yeah.
She fucking tapped out the hardest.
Why can't you ask what color the motherfucking kid is, bro? Why can't you ask? Why is that
You're
crazy?
talking to
ask?
Indian. Yeah, that's the most important thing for us.
Say that.
Chris said it. The most important thing for us is how light is this baby?
But that's an Indian-ass thing.
Yeah.
With black people, they want to know as well, which is hilarious. But
check
okay,
behind the
explain it
ears.
from the Indian side.
You could say there's some imperial shit, but light skin is very favored. Anglo features in general are favored in most minority communities, it seems.
Now, I was told, obviously, there's like colonial racism is attached to that, but I think it's also there's a class system based on where you're doing your work. So if you're in the fields picking rice all day in the Philippines, you're going to be darker. If you're royalty, you're inside, you're going to be more fair skinned.
Yeah.
So having fair skin, people immediately go, well, that motherfucker ain't picking rice. He probably got money.
Yeah.
So I definitely believe that there is a
And
colonial
that might be
play.
subconscious.
Yeah, but I think even before white people got to this part of the world, there was still a way to see who had money and who didn't based on how dark you were. Because if you didn't, you were probably out there in the sun.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Assuming.
To that point, the first time I went to India, I was 15. I was fatter than I am now, like a chubby little motherfucker.
Yeah.
Light skin. In my school, nobody thought I was cute. In India, they thought I was the cutest kid in the world because I was heavier, which I think to them does signify
He's rich. He got
money on subconsciously. And then I was light skinned. And then I went back when I was skinnier and darker. And I remember one of my cousins being like, oh man, you were so much cuter back then.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, your cousin?
Yeah. No, dude cousin. Not good enough looking to fuck, though. Too ugly to fuck, dude cousin.
All right. All right, little boy.
If he was better looking, he might catch the dick. But
All right, guys, we got to take a break from this exclusive Patreon clip because, honestly, your rolling skills are trash. You're horrible at it. It's an embarrassment. The girl that you're rolling up with trying to set the mood, that thing that you rolled up, it's only burning on one side. It's falling apart. It's soggy. It's horrible. The date is ruined. She's going home. You get nothing, okay? Well, Purple Rose Supply has fixed that problem for you. How they fixed it? Well, they fixed it with this device right here, the Canagar, okay? This right here is gonna do all that beautiful setup for those rolls. You put all of your tobacco into here, close it up, stuff it in all tight. Hopefully this goes well. You'll be doing that later as well. And you have the perfect roll in there for you to drop in your papers, your backwoods, whatever you want. I'm telling you, Purple Rose Supply has got your back. This is how you're gonna smoke. And the beautiful thing about it is when it's actually rolled correctly, when the tobacco is laid in there properly, it's gonna last for 30 minutes when you're smoking it. Think about that. Plenty of time to riz that beautiful woman or man up in your life. So, you go to purplerosesupply.com/flagrant and use the promo code flagrant. You're gonna get 15% off your order. I would do it right now. Why not wait? Why waste any more time? Also, let's get back to this exclusive Patreon clip. Join the asshole army at patreon.com/flagrant. You get a new episode of Flagrant every single week with that. Peace. Oh, there's that other fight that I want to see.
Tank and
Ryan Garcia.
I want to see that.
That's gonna be a fun fight.
I think it's going to be a great fight.
Where is that fight? Mark, can you look and see?
Vegas, I believe.
Is it? It feels like it should be in Vegas. When is that? I'd like to go.
April 22nd.
Oh, fuck.
I know. Yeah, I got what's that club? Comedy Works.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. It's going to be great. But
Now, which one are you doing in Denver?
downtown.
They're both great, by the way.
Oh, I heard the other one was not great, so I moved all the shows downtown. I really bullied my way downtown.
The other one is great, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bigger, and it's like, it's a bigger room.
Mm-hmm.
The Comedy Works downtown is like this incredibly intimate. It's like carved into stone, it feels.
Really?
It's just it's like it should be something out of like Gringotts Bank or whatever thing is in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Gringotts?
Yeah, Gringotts.
Yeah. So great club. But the other one is also great. Like I think I remember loving the other one. Mm-hmm. Remember
cool.
So, but both those fucking things are
I'm
awesome.
excited to do that.
Yeah, you're doing that. That's this coming weekend.
Next weekend.
Oh yeah, next weekend.
Yeah.
So April 22nd in Vegas is where the fight is.
Oh man, we gotta watch that one. We gotta watch that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Did you see this prank with the kid that pranked the old lady?
Sorry, real quick. Who do you think wins?
Oh yeah, my bad.
I think that Tank wins. I think Tank is like an incredibly elite fighter, and I think that people's interest in boxing is waning a bit right now with the rise of UFC.
Yeah.
And I think if we were looking at like someone in his heyday, the heyday of boxing, I think that he would be up there with the likes of, I don't know, maybe at this point in his career right now, saying Floyd might be a lot, but like incredibly powerful and impressive for his size. Like power at that size.
Yeah.
A knockout guy?
Garcia seems to have power too, though.
Definitely does.
And he seems
Big left
fast.
hand.
I saw him doing a bunch of Instagram shit, and I was like, oh, he's like a good-looking kid. I was like, oh, it's just some pretty boy. But it seems like that
No, he's been
motherfucker
scrapping.
can box, dude.
Yeah, and he embraced YouTube and he embraced social media early.
Yeah.
And he like built up his stardom in that way, and it was really
I
smart.
wonder if these fights get a bump because of the Jake Paul fights. Like I had never seen a boxing match before a YouTube boxing match.
Really?
I'd never I was like, I was a kid when any of the good fighters back in the day were fighting. Like,
Wow.
I never watched like a Canelo fight or any of those. Yeah. And so like, that was the first one that I was like, I bought the fight and I watched it.
I think if you buy a YouTube boxing match and you really enjoy it, and then you become as like involved in a fighter's life as you do with these YouTubers, then that makes sense. And then Ryan Garcia is giving you the opportunity. Tank, maybe not as much.
But Ryan has a great social media presence.
100%.
And like, I bought a fight because of Jake Paul, and now I'm kind of like interested in boxing.
Might as well check it out.
So now I'm curious about this fight.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many people would be like me that would be like, yo, I'm going to buy this fight because now I'm a boxing fan.
I hope a lot. I admire these guys for getting in there. I mean, even the guy, Poatan Pereira, the guy that Izzy just beat, like, I'm so fucking happy Izzy beat him. And at the same time, I've always had a lot of respect for him, but like, he's also a likable figure.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at his stuff,
Yeah.
he's kind of funny. He's not like a real asshole to Izzy or anything like that. He trolls him a little bit, but Izzy's also trolling.
Yeah.
Everybody's going back at it. And it's like, I don't know. It was one of those those like after a few days where like the excitement of Izzy finally getting it had passed.
Yeah.
I felt like they both can just kind of move on and they both have the respect and the ego is done.
I was glad when I read he's going to move up to light heavyweight because I was like, oh, I could root for him at light
Yeah.
heavyweight. Middleweight, I got to root for Izzy.
100%.
Light heavyweight, I could root for this guy. He
Yeah.
seems like he's a fucking monster.
Oh, yeah.
He seems like not whatever, not like a dickhead, not trolling for no reason just to get views. He's just a fucking warrior.
Him going to the favela and like the tribal outfit, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
We couldn't really recognize how fire it was until now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, we had to be like, nah, that shit is
Whack.
regular.
Yeah.
Being nice with a bow and arrow and
Yeah.
actually a real fucking bow and arrow.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, he's legit.